think I've just realised that my microphone wasn't working, so that's always great. Apologies for the microphone not working at the start of the stream. Always getting off to a great start here. Here we go. Orbital learning psychic terrain. And this protects Pokemon on the ground from priority moves and powers up psychic type moves for 5 turns. Ooh, I kind of don't want to keep that. We'll keep Calm Mind instead. So yeah, I apologise for not having any sound there from my microphone at the start of the stream. Getting a bit confused. I looked over and I saw that my microphone volume wasn't spiking up, so yeah, apologies for that. The user slams into the target using a full force blast of water. Cool, there we go, finally, another water type move that we can teach here. We're actually going to get rid of Water Gun because we needed a higher power water type move, and I think that Liquidation seems like the best option at the moment. Let's go, we beat that Team EL Grunt. Okay, right, I wasn't able to properly greet you. Yep, 3,360 for winning, thank you very much. That was totally unbelievable, even my Pokemon are in awe of you and your team. Here, go on through, check out our neon signs while you're at it. Cool. Barry. Thank you very much, Mr. Mime. Is that it? Do we just now go and take on Piers, or is there going to be more? I suspect there will be more. Oh, I didn't see them up there. I'm yelling for no reason. Okay. Did I surprise you? I'm a little surprised how much my legs hurt from that landing. If I stand still like this for too long, it'll hurt so bad I might cry. So I'll shake it off with a battle. Cool, let's go. You're challenged by the Team Yoga, so I thought it was going to be a double battle, but it's fine. Sending out a Scrafty, which is a fighting type. I think so. I think it's a fighting type. Oh, let's use Grass Pledge. Let's mix it up a little bit. Not that effective. I didn't think it would be Swagger. Oh yes, we managed to avoid that. Let's go ahead and use some drum beating. Bang on that drum. Look at that. There we go. Easily beating that Scrafty. Alright, here we go. I lost. My leg's pain's back. So it's a double shock. Another 3,300 Poké-Dollars. Don't mind if I do. But it's true that I lost, but I pushed through the pain, so you should praise me for that. Alright, now the pain's gone, I guess I better be getting out of here. Cool. I'm surprised that there's not more double battles. I was expecting some more double battles, but I think, yeah, we'll send Grimmsnarl to the front of the party for now. What is this, a max revive? I will always take that. Is there anyone else here? There's a Mr. Mime. Some kind of invisible wall. Where do we go? Ah, this way. The HP of your Pokemon not looking so good. I mean, it's looking fine. I practice that back handspring so much, even a pop star would be jealous of those moves. Were you surprised? Oi, be surprised, you. While you're in utter shock, I'm gonna sneakily win this battle. Cool. And try to sneakily win as many battles as you want, but it's not gonna work. So, sorry to let you down. Grimmsnarl, come on, you can do it. Weevils, I still don't know what pressure does. Honestly, still don't know what that move does. Let's try and use Spirit Break on it. Using Metal Claw. Oh man. Let's try and break its spirit. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. He usually does it. I guess it was it. That was a Dark Steel type, was it? Or a Dark Ice type, I guess? Weird how Metal Claw was super effective against a Dark Fairy type. I don't know, maybe my knowledge of the effectiveness isn't that great, but I should have been practicing my battle skills, not my backflip skills. It's very true, good advice. Thanks for showing me that. Guess I'll cheer for you from now on. Man, okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Mime. Get out of the way. And let's continue on this way. Let's just pop a super potion. Should be enough. Yeah, super potion on Grimmsnarl. 54 HP. Give them back to him. Let's continue on this way. There is a weird looking warehouse over here, and there's obviously another Team Yell grunt here. This might be the gym challenge, but I won't let it ruin our cool secret hideout. Alright, time for a pincer attack. We'll do whatever it takes to win. I didn't have enough time to get my disguise ready. That's right, Team Yell is actually made up of Spikemuth Gym trainers. It's a double battle. There we go, there's a double battle. That's what I was expecting. Sent out a Lipard and a Scaruppi, is that? A Drapion, the evolution of Scaruppi. So I think we've pretty much got it covered, because Coalossal should be super effective against the Drapion, and this should be super effective against the Lipard. Let's use Incinerate on both of them anyway. Using Slash, that's not going to do too much to me, which I don't mind. Using Poison Fang, Poison super effective against the Dark, I believe. Hopefully we can kill the Lipard. Yep, there we go. Broke the Lipard's spirit, easy as you like. How much XP do we get from this? Hopefully something good. Oh, Rillaboom and Grimmsnarl, ever closer to leveling up. The Drapion? I thought that would be super effective against the Drapion, but what do I know? Let us use Heat Crash as well. Oh no, Grimmsnarl just about survives. Try and break his spirit. Hopefully Grimmsnarl doesn't die with the poison that it's got. I think it's poison. I think that's what that sound effect that I heard was. Okay, Grimmsnarl levels up before it dies, hopefully. Rough play. Or play rough even. What does play rough do? The user plays rough with the target and attacks it. This may lower the target's attacks that. That's cool. That is very cool. Let's get rid of Nasty Plot. We haven't really been using Nasty Plot. KWS Boo. Is that Wasp Ginger? How's it going? How you doing, man? Rillaboom up to level 48 as well. All of our Pokemon I think now up to level 48, which is always great. Would have been better if you just lost to us. How are you doing, man? Did I lose as a member of Team Yell, or was I beaten as a gym trainer? You lost as a team member of Team Yell, mate. Oh, whatever, our gym leader's up next, but he's really strong. Got that? I bet he is. I mean, everybody already knew the true identity of Team Yell, right? That means I won't be getting in trouble for not getting my disguise on, right? I sure hope so. I mean, you've been rumbled, mate, it's fine. Before we move any further, definitely need to give Grimmsnarl an antidote. I think we're going to leave Grimmsnarl at the top of the party for this, because it seems to have been working well. And now we also know another fairy type move, so that might help us out a bit going forwards. Let's drop a super potion again with Grimmsnarl. And then we are going to be fighting Piers, Spikemuth. Oh, here's Marnie. What's going on? Shut your gob! Oh, Jack. I'm really sorry. The lot from Spikemuth's telling me they locked down the city for my sake. Spikemuth just keeps getting worse and worse, and all Piers says is don't worry. So we decided to disguise ourselves as Team Yell and sabotage the other challengers. We thought if we could stop the other gym challengers from reaching the gym, then Miss Marnie would be the only one to win and make it to the Champion Cup. And we figured that would increase the chances of our wonderful Miss Marnie becoming the new champion. That's no way to help someone at all. It's true. Jack, no need to bother with all the preparations or whatever. Go on in and face the gym leader. Ooh, yep, this is definitely some shady back alley in London, isn't it? Look at this. Okay. Oh, we're going to be doing battle on like a basketball court. Jesus Christ. What is going on? I can't hear him saying anything. If he's meant to be saying anything, I can't hear. Just a lot of booing coming from the crowd, even though they all seem to be cheering. So you're finally here, huh? See, I'm really not a great gym leader. Figured that's why nobody was coming to challenge me. I have good ears, so I overheard the whole thing about the city being shut up. When I was alone, it was like my soul was weeping. This is a simple gym stadium. We can't even Dynamax our Pokemon. But, well, I still hope you enjoy the battle. Ah, good old-fashioned 1 versus 1. No Dynamaxing involved. This is a good old traditional Pokemon gym fight. Now then. I'm gym leader of Spikemuth, Piers, the Dark type. You want to challenge me even though you know you'll lose? Then this song's for you, foolish trainer. Get ready for a mosh pit with me and my party. Spikemuth, it's time to rock. Let's go. Let's go, Piers. Gym leader Piers. Sent out a Scrafty. Come on, Grimmsnarl. Everyone chill my Pokemon, let's do it! Scrafty, intimidate the opponent! Of course. Attack though, which is not what I'm going for. Let's try out Play Rough. Let's see what this move does. Oh, it's gonna try and make me flinch. Please don't flinch. Oh gosh, damn it. Always the case. Play Rough again. Woo! Look at that. I don't think we get hit by recoil by doing that move. Always good. Come on, Grimmsnarl. An Obstagoon. Let's keep it in. Oh, Obstagoon is the... Ah, yes, it's the evolution of Linoon. Look at that. Obstagoon. I thought Obstagoon would be your, like, final Pokemon. I mean, if it is, it's definitely the hardest Pokemon to take on in this battle. Obstruct. What does that do? Just uses... Is that just the same as using Protect? Cool, they've added another protection move into it. And when we attack, apparently out of defense. Oh, Shadow Claw, is that going to kill us? No, it's not effective on against us. Very, very nice. Let's play rough. Doesn't do as much as I would have hoped. Let us try and Spirit Break. Again, he's using it Obstruct. Man, what the hell? And Obstruct seems to have the side effect of lowering our defense, which is not great. Not great, but hopefully we can break its spirit. Oh, not quite, not quite. We lower its special attack, always good. It's going to use counter, it's going to be not enough to kill us. Can we kill it with Play Rough? Can we kill it with Play Rough? That's the question. Yes, we can. Cool. Very, very nice indeed. There goes the Obstagoon. Grimmsnarl still alive. Colossal up to level 49. The first Pokemon to do so in our party. Who are you going to send out? Malamar. I don't know what that Pokemon is. Maybe I do. I think we send in Corviknight. We'll give Corviknight a bit of a run out. Let's see how it goes. Malamar. Oh, it's this weird dark squid type Pokemon. Contrary ability. What does that even do? Let us use Drill Peck. Simple as you like. Almost half of his damage. Foul play. Ah. Let's use Drill Peck again. Almost killed it. What does Foul Play do? Does it just hit us with what we hit it with? Steel Wing, we're a lot faster than it, so we can risk using Steel Wing, and it pays off. Critical hit, not like it was needed, but there we go. Malamar is dead. Corviknight up to level 49. Send out a Skunk Tag. Let us switch. Why not? Let's send in Orbeetle. Let's see if we can do some damage with Orbeetle. guy is really freaking me out. Or Skunk Tank is, yeah, poison type. I don't know if poison is super effective against bug. We're gonna try and use Psychic on it. Sucker Punch? Wow, no. Sucker Punch is super effective against bug, isn't it? Ah, and of course Psychic doesn't affect Dark. Amateur moves. Let's send in Colossal. We have to send in Colossal in that case. Just a big beefy monster. Fails to use Sucker Punch. Let's hit it with a Tar Shot first. I'm gonna try and poison us. No, it will poison us because it's toxic. Badly poisoned, right? Yeah, badly poisoned. But we do make it so that its speed fell and it's also weak to fire now. So hopefully hitting it with a couple of heat crashes will kill it. Using Screech to lower our defense. See what he's trying to do there. Oh, I see what he's trying to do. But anything you can do, I can do better. Skunk Tank's aftermath, that's fine. Ooh, Orbeetle almost up another level. There we go, Gym Leader Piers has been taken out. Let's go. A lot easier than I was expecting it to be fair. Me and my team gave it our best. Let's meet up for a battle again sometime. Yeah, unlucky, mate. Unlucky. I'm glad we were able to battle. Seems like my Pokemon feel the same way. Gonna shake hands with you. Oh god. Here's your dog badge. Thank you very much. There we go. 7 out of 8 now. One more left, and that one looks like it's going to be quite a big one. Fair enough. Well done, guys. Well done team. You can now catch Pokemon of up to level 55. Here's a uniform too. I've actually been thinking about just selling them at my concert. Dark uniform. I don't feel like I'm that dark of a person, but my little sis Marnie's got to challenge me next, I bet. That was actually kind of sweet. So you were watching, sis? You won't learn anything from seeing me lose. I was watching your battle, bro. It's how I learned to battle and all that. That's right. That reminds me, Marnie, there's something I wanted to tell you. I want you to take over the gym here in Spikemuth as its gym leader. Yeah, I know. You plan to retire after the Champion Cup, right? I think you've really become a great gym leader, even if you don't Dynamax your Pokemon. I love you, but my answer is a big fat no. I mean, when I end up becoming champion, I won't be able to be a gym leader. Good point. In that case, let your big bro see if you have the skill to become a champion. Hey Jack, thanks for having an amazing Pokemon battle with my brother. It's my turn next, so clear off for a bit, okay? Okay, good luck, Marnie. You seriously beat Piers? Here, a TM to remember this moment. Snarl, what does Snarl do? Does that like lower my attack and stuff? Lowers the SP attack. Oh, what was that? Hey, there's some trouble over on Route 9. It's too bad. Even the champions come to sort things out. Oh, hey, you gave Piers a thrashing, didn't you? You should head over there to help. Come on, then. I'll show you the way. Let's head on over there. See what the commotion is over on Route 9. What's going on, guys? What's going on here? Kaboom! Jack, thanks for coming. But I've got a handle on this. Whatever making that noise, I'll see to it. I already told you, didn't I? Keep your eye on the goal. And for you, that's winning the gym challenge. The only gym badge left is the one you'll get from the Dragon Gym Leader, Raihan, right? Raihan is the only trainer out there that I consider a real rival. He's that good, you know. And there I go again. Sorry, but I suppose this is no time for me to be stopping for a chat. There's a bit of trouble here with my name on it. But don't you worry about a thing. The unbeatable champion is here to look after things and keep you all safe. Whoa! Doesn't sound like you're doing a very good job at keeping everyone safe, mate. I came from the tunnel, wouldn't you say? Seems I'm about to have a champion time. Okay. What is that thing? I don't know what that is. Let's... Let's go back here actually real quick and just heal up our Pokemon. I think we didn't heal Pokemon, so let's go to the Pokemon Center and heal them up. Drop a quick heal, thank you very much. Hope to see you again. I hope to see you again as well. Right. Where are we heading? We're heading to Hammerlocke. So we need to pass through the tunnel over here. Oh, what the hell is that? What is that? I want that. Look at that! Why does that look so cool? Don't even know if that's a new Pokemon. I don't think that's a new Pokemon, but it looks awesome. I don't know what type it is. Looks like a water type, or maybe it's a ghost type. I don't know. Might be a ghost type, but it's a water ghost type. Looks cool. Looks cool. Hey, Crazy Picklers, how's it going, man? Yeah, finally back at it. I finally found some time to actually sit down and play some Pokemon. There will be a FIFA episode coming out later today as well. No, I might live stream later as well, some FIFA. But yeah, I've just been a bit busy and a bit tired, to be fair, over the last couple of days, if I'm being honest. But yeah, we're back. I'm gonna try to, you know, up the consistency of my videos and my live streams. Sort of stopped making videos. I just resorted back to like doing live streams just because it's a lot easier to manage in terms of a schedule, and I don't really need to go out of my way to edit anything. And I'm not saying that I don't like editing, it's just sometimes when I'm busy there's just not enough time to actually make the video. Like I know that I could edit. I feel like if I had time I could edit videos and make them good. I just don't have time. That's why a lot of the editing that I do is just very basic. Otherwise it would be like a video a week, which I don't want to do because I want to try and have some consistency. Oh, so close, so close. Yeah, you're going good. Yeah, that's all good to hear, man. It's all good to hear. Giga Drain. What kind of Pokemon is this that knows Whirlpool is weak to Dark type moves, and it also knows Giga Drain? I'm not too sure what type of Pokemon this is. But yeah, I think it's a Ghost Water type. I'm trying to catch it, but it just looks cool. It's just an anchor with a steering wheel. Like, what's not to love about that? Alright. Yeah, live streaming is definitely easier in terms of like time. You don't really have to set anything up too much. I just need to make sure that I've got no distractions around me. And like I say, I mean, it's a Sunday. I guess it's, you know, God's day of rest. I'm not really much of a religious person, but you know, Sunday's always about chilling out. Come on. Please. Oh! You're joking. This is going to turn into one of those stupid Grapple-Lock things again, isn't it? Oh, I want to catch the Pokemon, please. Please. Please! Why does that... Oh, whatever. I'm going to die. It's fine. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I can catch it. I know I can catch it. Obviously you can catch any Pokemon you want, but it's just demoralizing at this point, you know. Sunday's busy for you. 5 kids, oh man. 5 kids, well. I mean that's a good commitment, mate. That's a large amount of time you've got to be spending with your kids. And I respect that, you know, I respect that. Obviously, I'm still relatively young myself and I've got no kids. But yeah, obviously looking forward to hopefully having some in the future. I don't know what the future holds, I guess no one really does know, but 5 kids, yeah, that's a good effort, man. That's a good effort to keep on top of YouTube as well, and Yeah, that's good, man. Good. Like I say, I appreciate you coming to hang out. I appreciate everyone coming to hang out when I'm live streaming. But even when I'm not live streaming, just feedback on videos and everything. I really appreciate that. So yeah, thanks once again for coming to hang out. I'll have to come over if you're live streaming at some point. I'll have to come over to your channel and check it out as well. I have seen some of your videos. And, yeah, I think you're again another good YouTube channel, another good sort of small YouTube channel, but kids are 10 and under, so a young family. Yeah, I mean, young family is always great, you know, especially at this time of year as well. When it's coming up to Christmas time, I bet that's a lot of fun. You know, going to toy stores and whatever, and I don't know. Certainly me, it would definitely be taking your kids into a toy shop and then buying something for yourself, or playing with the toys and having more fun than the kids are actually having with the toys. I know that that's certainly something that I would probably do. Oh, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to catch this Pokemon. I really want to. It just looks it looks stupid. It's not going to happen, is it? It's just not going to happen. We're probably going to die. We're going to lose our third Pokemon to this thing. It's annoying. Why can't I catch the Pokemon I ever want to catch? It doesn't help that it's got its HP back, obviously, but please. Oh, right, I give up. I give up. This stupid Pokemon. Oh, what a pain in the arse. What a pain in the arse, Pokemon. Let's run away from it. Stupid Pokemon. No, get out of my bloody way. I don't like you guys chasing after me. I bloody hate it. Right, we'll probably have to sort these Pokemon out. Look, we lost 3 Pokemon trying to catch that. Not cool, man. Not cool. Just not cool at all. Maybe I just need to invest in some Ultra Balls. Maybe I need to worry about getting on with the actual gameplay as opposed to trying to catch Pokemon half the time, and maybe I can deal with that later on. Let's just get them all revived. I know there's a Pokemon Center right there, but can't be asked to go back there. Yeah, I bet Christmas time with a lot of young kids is probably the best time of the year. You know, you get to have a lot of fun and I guess be a little kid again, or be a big kid, I guess. So yeah, always like that. Always like that. I do actually have my very small Christmas tree on my desk, already set up. Yeah, I know. Okay, whatever. It's November. I get it. Okay, don't judge me. There's only one more week left until December. I was this close to wearing my Santa hat on stream, but I'm not gonna do it because I know it's, you know, it's obviously still just November. But I'm trying to get into the spirit of things. You know me, I've booked off quite a lot of time over the Christmas period, so I'm actually off of work for quite a bit over Christmas. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, I'm going to be looking forward to it. What's going on over here? So there were some booms going on over here. All of the crowd are causing a commotion, stopping us from getting through. What is going on over here? Jack! Hello, Hop. What's going on? This is mad. You know what I mean? What was that loud noise? That's what I'd like to know. That noise. It was like some massive explosion. There was a huge surge of red light, and then wild Pokemon just started Dynamaxing around me. Brazen as you like. Okay. Your Christmas tree went up 2 weeks ago. Man. I suppose, like, when you're, I guess, yeah, when you've got little kids, it kind of makes you want to put up all your decorations and everything a lot earlier. Because I know a couple of my mates have put up their Christmas trees like a week ago. Lee and his Charizard took down a Dynamax Pokemon in the blink of an eye. I knew Lee was strong, but this really makes you appreciate how great he is, eh? Let's go meet up with him, Jack. He should be at Hammerlocke Stadium. That's where we need to be. We need to go to Hammerlocke Stadium. I mean, speaking of, I did actually start doing my, like, wrapping some presents. Wrapping some Christmas presents. So I went out Christmas shopping last week. I actually started wrapping some presents on Friday. Just because, yeah, I was at home and didn't really have much else on. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to wrap some presents and, yeah. It is what it is, I guess, you know. I acknowledge your strength. Please indulge me in a contest of strength and wit. Cool. Oh yeah, mate. Definitely blame the kids for it. Like, 100%. I mean, we all know who wanted to have the Christmas tree up early. But just, yeah, blame it on the kids. You know, see, for me, I don't have any kids, so I can't blame anyone but myself for putting up my Christmas tree. Also, what the hell is this? A double blade? That like a faux pas, like sword and shield legend, or what is this? Liquidation. Double blade, I guess. Looks cool. Again, it looks like a dumb Pokemon. I'm all for dumb Pokemon. You know, me and my mates at work were actually chatting about just all of the random Pokemon that they have nowadays, like just all of the inanimate objects that they're actually turning into Pokemon. It's ridiculous. And I agree. I mean, I'm still yet to see a Poltegeist in this game, because I feel like that's a cool Pokemon, like a ghost that lives inside a mug of tea, which, why wouldn't it? Dreadnought up to level 49, Orbeetle up to level 49 as well. Ah! Speaking of, we are coming up against a Poltegeist right now. So, I guess we get to see what the Poltegeist is all about. So, I mean, I'm sending in my Orbeetle as a Psychic type, so hopefully we can deal with it. But yeah, this Pokemon, just a cup of tea. Yo, it's not even a cup of tea, it's like one of those like teapots, I guess. But there is also a Pokemon that lives inside of a cup of tea as well, which is what this Pokemon evolves from. I think it's called Sinistea. It's again just bizarre, but what are you gonna do? Sucker Punch. Please tell me this is super effective. No, it's not, is it? Wow. See, the whole like ghost, dark, psychic, bug, poison circle in terms of effectiveness, I've never really got a grip on it. I like all of the different kinds of Pokemon from those different types, but I've never really understood what's effective against what. Yeah, I don't know. There we go, Poltegeist is down anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, as I say, I mean, I've only got a couple of weeks left at work. What the hell is a Passimian? I mean, we're gonna swap Pokemon anyway. Yeah, why not? Let's send in Grimmsnarl. So yeah, I don't actually know what I'm gonna be doing in terms of video games over the Christmas period. I mean, I'm gonna have a lot of free time on my hands, so it might just be a lot more streaming. What is this? It looks cool. It looks cool, you know. I don't think I've seen it before. Maybe I have. Maybe my memory is just not that great. But it's fine because we can break its spirit and it can't do anything to us. So it's all good. It's all good. Let's play rough with it as well. Double Edge. Ooh, Double Edge hits itself with recoil as well. Playing rough, and we miss. Are you kidding me? Please don't. Is it gonna kill itself? Is it gonna kill me and it's gonna kill itself, right? Absolutely savage. There we go, yeah. Oh well, Grimmsnarl didn't get the level up that he so rightly deserved. The Gentleman Caden. Ah, see, exactly as I had thought. 8,800. Thank you very much for the money, mate. Alright. Continue this way, I guess? Is there like a secret passage around here? No. Let's just carry on this way. There is a Inkly there. Is that are you a Pokemon trainer? No, you're not, are you? I want to become someone everyone wants to be, just like the champion. Which way is Spikemuth? Oh, wrong button. Spikemuth is somewhere. Oh, I'm not even going to Spikemuth, I'm looking for Hammerlocke. Hammerlocke, okay, Hammerlocke is to the left. Cool. Should continue this way, I guess. But we're gonna go ahead and heal up Grimmsnarl. Heal up a couple of our other Pokemon as well, because they're not doing too great. What have you been up to today then, Crazy? Pickle? I don't... How would you like to be referred to? Hyper Potion. Here we go. Alright. Make our way back to Hammerlocke. See what's going on with all the explosions. And there's a Pokemon Center right there. I could have just moved over and went to the Pokemon Center. Yeah, I could have just went to the Pokemon Center. Oh well. Let's see what all the commotion is about over here. It's this way, right? I think it's this way. Need to grab some coffee and support the ones who commented on my post for a bit, but will have you on in the background and still comment a bit. Need those watch hours. Ah. Well, that's fine, mate. Yeah, you go off and you go off and do your stuff. It's 10 AM. Ah, yes, you're American, aren't you? Yes, I remembered. 10 AM, man. It's what is it? It's almost coming up to 4 PM here. So I expect nothing less from you and your Charizard, Leon. You took down that Dynamax Pokemon in no time at all. Well, I'm the unbeatable champion after all, but what all is going on here? An overflowing red light, Pokemon Dynamaxing without a power spot? But yeah, why? I'm not sure what's going on. The red light suddenly appear again. Still rolling along here, yeah. That red light could suddenly appear again at any time and we'd have no way of knowing. Ah, but being able to predict such things is part of scientist's work. Gran? The chairman called for me. He wanted to know all about the red light relationship to Dynamaxing phenomenon. Did the chairman know anything? Not worth my time. The chairman's all wrapped up in fretting over the future of our energy, apparently. He's left everything to that executive lady. We just don't have enough data. That's why I wanted to ask you to start looking into things too, Sonia. You know more than anyone about the darkest day after all. Are you saying that red light and the darkest day are connected? Hey, you reckon there's anything we could do to help out? There must be. There has to be, surely. Thanks, I appreciate the thought. But all I could ever ask for you is that you join me in the greatest final match ever. I'll do my part to make that happen by keeping everybody's future safe. So, you just keep on doing your part by winning your way through the gym challenge. Come on, Leon. Right, of course, you're the unbeatable champion after all, eh? What a stuck-up idiot. Brian, there's something I want to look into. You'll help me, right? Naturally. Cool, let's go. Looks like we all know what we need to do, so you two, clear the gym challenge so we can meet up again at the Champion Cup. Alright, so we're going up against Dragon types. I know what I need to do, alright? Defeat that Piers once and for all. You're off to Hammerlocke Stadium, yeah? Jack, Raihan's a tough nut to crack. So as far as I remember, Dragon type is weak against Dragon or Ice. I don't have Dragon or Ice. So this might be difficult. I don't think I've got anything that's super effective against Raihan's Pokemon. I don't know if we've got like Ice Beam or anything either that we could perhaps use against it. I think this is going to be difficult. I think this is going to be a very bad time coming up against Raihan in this gym battle right now. So I mean, we'll still go for it. You know, we're not going to shy away. Mr. Ball Guy? Oh, cool. We already came and saw you earlier. But obviously we didn't get a chance to fight this guy. But now we do. So, let's go. The long gym challenge is nearing its end. I see. Are you ready for Hammerlocke Gym and its leader, the dragon user, Raihan? Why not? Let's go for it. First time's a charm, right? I mean, not too sure what we're going to do if we don't manage to beat him this first time. Probably have to go around a bit, train up some Pokemon, and then we will obviously maybe have to catch an Ice type Pokemon as well to make it a little bit easier for us. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, hopefully this isn't too difficult. Hopefully it's not as difficult as I think it's going to be. We're just going to face him straight away? No gym challenge? Let's see. How many gym challenges are left? Not even 10? Huh? Alright then, Jack. Time to explain the Great White Hound's gym mission. The rules are simple. All you've got to do is defeat 3 gym trainers that I personally trained in double battles. The gym challenge is meant to be, well, challenging, wouldn't you say? Naturally, there aren't too many gym challengers who can make it this far. And that's why I provide a format where you can really show off the brilliant combinations you and your Pokemon should be capable of. That's probably more than enough out of me. Time for someone else to take the spotlight. Come on, Sebastian. You'll be first. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Yeah, that's me, Sebastian. Leader Raihan has taught me 2 things. First, that dragon types are ferociously powerful. Second, I need to create an advantage on the battlefield to fully utilize that power. Let's go, Sebastian. Pelipper and a Sliggoo. I don't think any of them are dragon types. But also Pelipper using Drizzle. Am I gonna get Steam Engine? Rock Tomb on the Pelipper because it's a flying type. And Smackdown on the Pelipper. We need to get rid of that water. We need to get rid of that water type, I swear, man. We have to before it takes out the Colossal. Oh, it's gonna... Yeah, oh no. No. This is not what I need. Come on, kill the Pelipper. Thank gosh. Thank God for that. I think we maybe need to switch Colossal out before it gets even worse for us. Grimmsnarl up to level 49. Let us go ahead and use some Jaw Lock on the Sliggoo, and then let us use Rillaboom, because if it is a water type, we should be able to beat it. Jaw Lock, there we go. Not effective, but that's fine. Using Water Pulse is not going to be effective on us, it might confuse us, but it doesn't. So let us use a Rock Tomb on the Sliggoo, and then also Razor Leaf on the Sliggoo as well, just in case. But and then it's not even super effective against it, because it's not a water type. What the hell? There we go, Rillaboom up to level 49, all up to level 49, Colossal almost up to level 50. We defeated Sebastian. Doubles, there's a lot to think about with them. It makes them very difficult, but fun too. Make a fair point. Double battles are always great. I can see why you've managed to make it this far. Sorry about that, Sebastian. OXO. Time to face a second trainer. Come on, Camilla. Here we go. What have you got for us, Camilla? Oh, it gives us an opportunity to actually change our Pokemon around, which is always good. It's always good to be able to do that. So let's just go ahead and put Colossal there. Maybe we'll switch our Pokemon order around. Let's put Corviknight ahead of Dreadnought. Maybe Orbeetle ahead of Colossal. Let's see how that goes. I don't know what Pokemon we're going to be coming up against. It might be difficult. In double battles, it's important to figure out what role each of your opponent's Pokemon play. Very, very true. Another good point made by Gym Trainer Camilla here. What the hell is that Turtonator? Okay, Ninetales. That's not good because that's probably going to kill the Orbeetle. Let's just target the Ninetales. What the hell is that? Set a shell trap. Full of whistling on the Orbeetle. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I could see that coming. Try and kill it with a Psychic. Not that much damage, is it? Drill Peck kills it though. Drill Peck kills it. Good. Only suffering a burn. Colossal up to level 50. Shell Trap. Didn't work. Did not work. Don't know what it needs to have happen for it to work. So let's go ahead and just hit it with the same moves, but on the Turtonator now. I'm guessing maybe if we attack it, it's going to have some effect. Oh, not quite, not quite. Oh! Oh, man. Damn, that was that's what Shell Trap does. That's what Shell Trap does. Hopefully it doesn't hit us this time. Yeah, cool. Interesting move. Interesting move, indeed. But Gym Trainer Camilla is down. One more left before we take on Raihan. If that battle's anything to go by, Raihan is definitely going to be difficult to say the least. You made it to the third and last trainer. Your moment to shine, Araya. It's definitely going to be difficult to take on Raihan after this final battle. Let us just heal these guys up again. You know, they need to be healed. Same as that Orbital. 120 HP. Do we have a burn heal? Yes, we do. Let's get rid of that on the Orbital. And let's use a potion on Corviknight and another one. Just to get it back up to full health. Not sure what Pokemon to swap into the first position here. Maybe we... Oh, I don't want to check the summary. Sorry about that, Kingstar. Maybe we swap you with the Orbital. Keep Corviknight in there and see how it goes. See how it goes against Araya. Double battle. Do you combine the strength of two Pokemon to push through, or do you have one of them support the other? Let's see what your strategy is. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what my strategy is. Araya, here we go. What are you sending out? A Bomber Snow and Hakamo. Ice is super effective against flying. But it's also a grass type. Just give it a Bomber Snow first. Target one of them. Yes, there we go. It is a grass type. Thought it was. Corviknight and Orbital both up to level 40, or level 50 even. Brave Bird. Brave Bird is the one where, like, if you miss, oh yeah, you get hit by recoil. Yeah, why not? I mean, it's going to be one of those sort of counter lever moves that we only use like once in a while, just in case our Corviknight is very close to dying. So I think it's always a good to keep in there. And then play rough against Hakamoto. It's super effective, so fairly simple, actually. Fairly simple. Here we go. Thank you very much, Mariah. Now we come up against Raihan. Let's see how difficult he's going to be. Nice one, Jack. You've completed my gym mission. Come on, time to head to this gym stadium. You've earned the right to face me yourself. Well, here it goes, guys. Let's go ahead and just save. Actually, let's heal up our Pokemon. Do we need to heal up any of the Pokemon? Maybe not. I think we leave it like this for now. I'm not too sure what to expect. Apart from, like, maybe a Dragonite. I imagine there's going to be a Dragonite in this battle, right? BP, yeah, I think I'm close to the post-game. Yeah, obviously, the 8th and final gym right now. And then the champion trophy. And then doing stuff in the post-game. Training up Pokemon to level 100. Grinding out some stuff. Trying to complete all of the Pokedex. And then going up against people online, I guess. You know, that's the ultimate aim, is to get good at battling people online. But yeah. No Dragonite, okay. I mean, I always thought Dragonite was a staple in Dragon Gym. Right. Oh, it's a double battle as well. Okay. Okay, interesting. Don't know why you thought there was 7 gyms. I think it's just because the 7th gym there wasn't obviously a stadium, was there? With Dynamax's Dragon Steel, well, unfortunately, I don't think I have any. Like, I don't have any. I don't have any Dragon types or Ice types, which I know are super effective against Dragon types. I do have a Fire type though, which we could use. Again, I've got Flygon's a Ground type, right? I'm just going to target the Flygon. Just have to target one of them at once. Oh, why is Steel super effective against Fairy? I don't get that. In what world does someone see a Fairy type and think, oh yeah, you know what would be super effective against this? Steel. Fire is not very effective against Dragon. Yeah, I didn't think it was. I know it's effective against Steel. Dreadnought. I guess we'll worry about that when it happens. Oh, she's in Stealth Rock, which is annoying. Stealth Rock is really annoying. Sandaconda is not a Dragon type, is it? Surely not. Surely not. I have no idea against my type matchups. I have no idea what's going on. Please kill it. Not quite, not quite. So yeah, I know I'm obviously going to want to try and Dynamax Pokemon against whatever the Dragon Steel type is. Is it that Dragapult thing? Is that what it is? Let's use Steel Wing on Sandaconda and then Play Rough on Gigalith. And give you a decently level Pokemon after that so you can beat all these grunts you will face. What grunts are we going to be facing? I don't know. I'm not too sure what happens after this. Sandaconda is down. Decent level for me is like 60, so it will help a lot. I mean, I appreciate it. What Pokemon would it be? Stop it. Duraludon. What the hell is that thing? Again, none of these look like Dragon types. Can I just say? Let's Brave Bird into the Duraludon. Come on. Oh! Okay, it's Dynamaxing. I did not know that. Why does that just look like a skyscraper? Why is this what is going on? I'm confused. Does not look like a Dragon type. I'm obviously going to have to try and Dynamax at some point, but I want to try and take out that Gigalith first. But we are going to... Oh, it's paralyzed! Come on! Oh, this is not going well, guys. This is not going well. Send out the Rillaboom. Not sure what Pokemon to Dynamax against it. I know we have to. Please. Gigalith is down, that's cool. I'm assuming that his Duraludon is his last Pokemon. Corviknight and Rillaboom up to level 51 and 50. Max Knuckle, what does that even do? This is not a Dragon type. This is not a Dragon type gym. What is affected? What is affected against this son of a bitch? Apart from Dragon, you know? Why are you using Sandstorm? Alright, it's gone out as a Dynamax form. So that's cool. Because it can't use Dynamax again, right? That's Dragon Steel, yeah. What is effective against it, apart from just like a Dragon type, which I don't have? Alright. We need to fix up now. We need to think of what we can use against it. Because I don't know what we can. Got it down to half health. I feel like he's gonna like revive it immediately. Or like at least heal it to HP. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Ice would be good in this situation. I don't have any ice type Pokemon. We're just gonna have to Brave Bird and hit it, and then Dynamax, and let's use Max Flare on it. I also know that my battery is running low on my controller, so I'm gonna have to try and. Oh, I've got my little portable charger next to me. Oh, come on, Colossal, please. We need to kill this thing. Why are you using Stone Edge? Cool. Thank you. Please die. Oh my gosh. Sunlight turned harsh. Pulling out a sunny day. Ha, that's not a bad countermeasure. Let's kill it with Brave Bird, please. There we go. Duraludon is dead. Oh my word. I thought I was going to be taking a lot longer than it actually did, but I think we managed to kill its final Pokemon. Only Rillaboom and Grimmsnarl going down, yeah. Colossal returning back to regular form. There we go. Yay in the chat from BP. Thank you very much. That was stressful really. But now we've done all the 8 gyms, so theoretically we can just head to the Champion Cup and win. I guess there'll be like a Victory Road-esque kind of thing going on. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe I need to look up to see what kind of Pokemon the people in the Champion Cup will have. Because I feel like I was maybe a bit stretched there, not having an Ice type. What Pokemon am I looking for? I don't know. I don't know really. Not really looking for any Pokemon at the moment. The only... What is that? Dragon Ghost type. Dragapult. That's the only one that I'm looking for. But I know you obviously have to... There's a Pokemon that you can catch. That you catch at level 50 or level 45 and then it evolves on level 50 and then level 60 or something. Breaking Swipe. Secondly, there's a Dragon type gym uniform. Thank you very much. Number 69, you've completed the gym challenge. Good on you, kid. Now prove your strength to the whole region at the Champion Cup. Wow, I'm here to see just how good you are. Man, still rolling along, going to pick his up from CCD. What's CCD? Daddy date? Is it Daddy Daycare? But here in the big, have fun. See you later, man. You face Marnie, Betty, Hop, Raihan, and what game are you playing? Then the Water Nessa. I'm playing Sword. I'm playing Sword at the moment. What is a Malamud? I don't know what a Malamud is. Ha! Alright. A Malamar. Oh, that's the like water psychic type or water dark type, right? Hey there, Jack. You gave Raihan a good thrashing, and that means you completed the gym challenge. Congratulations from the bottom of my heart. I really wish we could go celebrate, but I think there are some things we should talk over. This about the darkest day, Sonia. That light that covered Hammerlocke, it's just like the darkest day, where it said that the giant Pokemon went on a rampage and almost destroyed the entire Galar region. Certainly seems to be that way, my dear. As you know, we Dynamaxed our Pokemon today using the energy from Wishing Stars. that have fallen to us, but we still don't know how to fully control the energy behind Dynamaxing, or how the two heroes managed to do so. In fact, we're not even actually really sure who or what the two heroes actually were. The legendary sword and shield. Sonia, my dearest, my lab code is yours now. Are you sure, Gran? I still haven't finished the work you've assigned me. Think of this as something to help you finish that work. Cool. So if you're a sword that you face fighting person, cool. Manamor is a dark sidekick with a very OP ability. Two heroes that protected the Galar region from the darkest day, and the legend of the sword and shield you just mentioned. It's up to you to figure out the truth behind it all. I know, Gran. I'll do what I can. You or Hop could be the one to take down Leon. I don't want to miss that. Not to worry, you can count on me to take care of everything. You just focus on getting to Winden. Go on, head to the station or you'll miss your train. Well, I'm gonna head to the Pokemon Center first, which is just here. Here we go. Healing up the Pokemon. Malamar, you're catching me a few Pokemon. Oh man. I mean, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I mean, I'm gonna maybe head to the wild area myself right now, see what Pokemon I can catch from there. But yeah, what I'm gonna do actually right now is I'm just gonna head to the toilet real quick. So I'm gonna be right back. But yeah, I'm just gonna head to the toilet real quick, guys. Alright, we're back. We are back. What should we do? We've healed up our Pokemon. It's telling us that we should head to Winden. I kinda don't want to head there straight away. Could explore the wild area. Or we could just beeline it for Winden and see how it goes. I feel like that's what we'll do. We'll just continue on the journey. Hey guys, anyone got Sword? I've got Sword. That's what I'm playing at the moment. Playing Pokemon Sword at the moment, mate. Welcome to the chat, Tyler TMM. I'll be cheering for you during the semi-finals. Thank you very much. Random person in the crowd. Don't do wild area. I'm grinding you some Pokemon. Oh man, but I kind of like. I appreciate it, but I kind of want to like take on the Pokemon trophy with the team that I've got. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, every little helps. You know, if you're willing to catch me some decent Pokemon, I'm not gonna say no. I don't have any Pokemon in return. So you don't waste PP. What grunts? I don't know what grunts you're talking about. I don't know what happens past this point in the game. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say no. So thank you very much for helping out, PP. Just gonna move on, Jack. The train's waiting. I will see. Are there gonna be grunts on this train? Oh man. I don't like the way you're speaking, BP. You're making me feel nervous about what's gonna happen as soon as we get to Wyndham. I don't know what's gonna go on. Kinda. We're just playing Pokemon Go. Finally heading for Wyndham. There's a lot of we want to check out there, but there's a big tower and the monorail. And Wyndham Stadium, the whole of the Galar. No, the world is gonna be watching us. You get it right. You and me are gonna make our match there the greatest match that ever was. It's okay, just take my stuff and bring a fire type. I have a fire type. The only fire type that I have is Colossal, I think. Kinda don't want to get rid of Colossal because he's one of my favourite Pokemon that I've got. Ooh. Snowy type. Route 10. It's like a wall made of snow. Bet there'll be ice type Pokemon crawling out of the woodwork in a place like this. I bet there will be. I kind of want to catch some ice type Pokemon. If I were you, I would use these. I'm off. See you in Wyndham, mate. Is this like the journey up to Wyndham? Is it just going to be extra long with a bunch of trainers? Is that what you mean? There's a Bomber Snows here, or whatever they're called, Snowbirds even. You can say the link code. How do I check my link code? I've not done anything online before. Link battle, surprise trade, link trade. I don't have the Nintendo Online. Is the thing. I don't have a Nintendo Online service at the moment. I haven't bothered purchasing it yet. Definitely something I need to do if I want to go forward. And yeah, it's something I need to purchase. Probably won't purchase it now. I've just remembered that I don't have it. So I apologise, BP. Thank you very much for all of the help. Or certainly the suggestions of trying to help me out. I appreciate it. But yeah, I don't actually have the Nintendo Online service. You have 400 Quick Balls. Man. That's a lot of Quick Balls. Do you just like get into a battle and just throw a Pokeball immediately? And I don't know. I've never really trusted any like weird archetype of Pokemon. But yeah, that's the long and short of it. I do not have a subscription to the Nintendo Online, so I apologise. I say I appreciate the willingness to help, but I'm just a piece of shit, you know. Let's put Dreadnought at the top. Quick Balls are OP in this game. Oh man, that's why I need to use some Quick Balls then, because I've been getting frustrated with trying to catch some Pokemon for a long time now. Bear with me. Just trying to check. Why not? Okay, Daniel James starts. Oh, it's a Gardevoir. Let's use Rock Tomb. I kind of feel like I want to catch an Ice type. Using Calm Mind, which I would advise against because I'm just going to kill you anyway. So, the Catching Charm. Is that like the thing that gives you like X amount of more percentage to catch a Pokemon? Is it like similar to like the Shiny Charm? Like, shiny hunting is something I kind of want to do in this game, but I've seen just how long it takes for people to just get up to a point where you know, I mean, I guess what is it? You have to catch, is it 26 Pokemon in a row, or you have to like kill 26 Pokemon in a row, and then you have to do something else, and it's all a bit too like insane for me to do. Breeding is short. Yeah, I think breeding is alright. You defeated Dr. Graham. What's this? What's this? My Pokemon ended up injured. Sorry about that, mate. Sorry about that. Let's go up here. Ooh. Going up a mountain. What is this guy doing? Hello, mate. Only do what you can. Taking risks while mountain climbing is dangerous. That's true. I have too many You have too many Charmander. What? Where'd you get a Charmander from? I mean, I know that I think there's somewhere where you just talk to someone and they'll give you a Charmander. I think it's one of those Pokemon that you can just like, yeah, talk to, or one of those things that you can just talk to a person and they'll just give you a Charmander. But I need to give me a Charmander. Liquidation on the Steelix, not doing as much damage as I would have thought. Using Dig. So the obvious move is to go to Corviknight, right? Probably the obvious move. It's at the end of the game. The Charmander's at the end of the game. Oh man. Need to get the Charmander, man. Need to get the Charmander. Got a lot of love for Charmander. What star Pokemon do you choose for this? It's not good, is it? It's not good. We don't have any moves that's effective against it. Sending Colossal. Also, what Pokemon are you rolling with at the moment? You did Score Bunny. Ah, fair enough. I know some people who've done Score Bunny. I don't know a lot of people who've done Sobble. Like me, I've been a fan of grass types for as long as I can remember. I think ever since I saw Bulbasaur in the initial anime series of Pokemon. And then I think Trico was like what made me fall in love with grass types. So not so much Chikorita. Chikorita was a bit meh, but certainly Trico was the one for me. Yeah, what kind of squad are you rocking at the moment? I'm assuming that you've gotten. So I'd like to assume that you've gone past the like end game of this. A Mudsdale is a ground type. I don't know if we've got anything that will affect it. Let's just send in Grimmsnarl. Oh gosh. Right. Like I say, I mean, I need to do some research on like MLG Pokemon teams, I guess. Like the Pokemon that are being used the most. Because I know as well, like I think what is it? Towards the end of the game, you get the ability to check your Pokemon IVs at the end of the game. I know a lot of people have been doing that in order to. I think calm nature is the best nature to have for Pokemon if you want to be competitive, because I think it just means that all of their stats are just the best that they can be. There you go, Dreadnought up to level 51. But right now I'm not able to see what kind of Pokemon I have. What kind of IVs my Pokemon have. Is that a Mr. Rhyme? It's definitely a Mr. Rhyme, right? Yeah, oh, it's a wild Galarian Mr. Mime, which evolves into a Mr. Rhyme. So, Mr. Mime. Let's use Jawlock. I believe it's a Psychic type. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Raids are fun. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about the max raids. Orbeetle up to level 70, level 70? Level 51 even. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about the max raids, but again, not having done a max raid yet myself, I don't know what it's like. Well, I've done like the original like standard Dynamaxing. I don't quite know where to go. I feel like I'm just heading forward. do I catch an ice type here? Maybe I catch an ice type. I either would like a Weavile or a Bomber Snow. Or maybe something else. If I can run into a Glalie, that'd be good. These trainers are so bad. As in like bad, as in like it's easy to beat, or cool. Rock type super effective against the Weavile. I'm not sure what ice type Pokemon I'm looking for. If you've got any suggestions about an ice type Pokemon that would be good to have, let me know. Like these people I'm playing with. You're doing online max raids. Cool. A Claydol. Claydol is, what is it, Psychic type? I can't remember. If it's the Pokemon I'm thinking of. I'm trying to remember. Is it this Pokemon? Yeah, it is. I think it's a Ghost type. It might be a Ghost type. Might be a Psychic type. Earth Power. That shouldn't affect me, man. I should have fucking Levitate. You gotta go. Alright, BP. See you later, man. Cheers for coming and hanging out. Yeah, I'll let you know when I've got the online for Nintendo, and then maybe we can do some trading and some battling together and whatever. But yeah, thanks for coming and hanging out. I hope you have a good rest of your evening. Come on, let's go to Grimmsnarl. Probably have to go to Grimmsnarl, right? Right, guys. Sounds like someone's trying to bang on my wall, but I think it's coming from upstairs. Or in the flat above, rather. Using Earth Power, please don't kill me. Please kill it now. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. Well, damage. Ooh, Grimmsnarl almost. Office Worker Reynolds. Unlucky, mate. Unlucky. Sorry about that. There's a Mr. Mime up there again. Is there any cool ice types? I mean, Mr. Mime's cool and all, but not really what I'm looking for, I'm afraid. Let's just heal up Grimmsnarl and then move Grimmsnarl to the top of the party. There we go. Something shiny on the floor, a Comet Shard. Cool. Where's this Pokemon over here, please? Give me a cool ice type. What are you? What are you? I don't want you, I want better looking ice type Pokemon is what I want. I know you might be great if you like train you up and evolve you, but I just want a cool looking ice type. That's all I want. That's all I'm asking for, guys. Pelipper's Drizzle was making it rain, which is good. I suppose it's good. Because it means I won't be buffeted by hail every turn. Tailwind, what do I do? Like increase their attack? I think so. I think that's what it does. I can't remember. Was it using cover or something? Alright, it's still using recover, which is not great, but Spirit Break does kill it. It's good. Grim Snow up to level 51. Rillaboom is lagging behind a little bit. Noctowl is a dark type. Yeah. Maybe Play Rough is effective against it. Hypnosis, no! Oh, the most annoying Pokemon move. One of the most annoying Pokemon moves in all of Pokemon. Stupid bloody making me go to sleep. I don't like this, as you can quite clearly tell. Pokemon that use annoying moves like that always annoy the hell out of me. All the time. It's gonna try and use Hypnosis again, isn't it? Okay, Moonblast. Whatever that does. Nothing against Colossal because it's a beast, so it doesn't really matter. The rain has stopped and now it's gonna go back to hailing. Yeah, cool. Starting to hail now. Let us use Smackdown. Flying type and rock is good against flying. Ah, why are you flinching? What's going on? Oh, thank the Lord. I'm genuinely gonna consider killing myself. A joke, obviously, but hell, Hypnosis is such a damn awful move. It's using Roost. So it restored its HP. Maybe we can kill it with the Smackdown. Okay, so for some reason Smackdown used to be effective, but now it's not. Please don't use Hypnosis. I was using Roost again. Why is it not effective against it anymore? I don't understand. Let's use Incinerate on it. Please kill it. Please kill it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good night, Noctowl. Overnight. Up onto level 52. Rillaboom really lagging behind on level 60. Or level 50. We need to use an Awakening if we have one. We do not. So let's go ahead and use a full heal. Grimmsnarl to bring it back into consciousness. And then let's heal up Colossal. And let's maybe stick a cheeky potion on the Dreadnought. Why not? Kinda don't want to use Rillaboom in this area though, is the thing. Because Rillaboom's a grass type. Which will be easily killed by an ice type. If they so choose to use an ice type. We'll risk it. Let's risk it right now. Go up against this guy. Do you know the old legend that says Galar is doomed if Corviknight ever disappear? I did not know that legend. But I have a Corviknight, and it sounds to me like you're going to have a Corviknight. Which means that my decision of putting Rillaboom in, perhaps not paying off. Definitely not paying off right now. Ah, right, so... Pokemon... what would be good? Dreadnought, right? Because Dreadnought knows Rock Tomb, so it should be super effective against it. Using a Drill Peck. Not that effective against us, but both being buffeted by Hail. She's Rock Tomb, I thought it was going to be super effective, maybe because it's a Steel type. It does lower its speed though. Not that we need a move to reduce their speed, because our speed is already faster than theirs. Liquidation. Why not? You got this battle. What a fun game. Yeah, no, I'm enjoying it. I haven't played it as much as I wanted to, because like I say, I want to sort of just stream up until the Champions Cup, and then maybe I'll go up and play it in the background on my own, in my own time, and really grind out the Pokemon levels and try and catch as many Pokemon as I can. But yeah, I perhaps haven't played it as much as I would have wanted, but you know, I guess that comes with having a real life job and everything. Rillaboom up to level 51, always good. Flygon. Let Flygons be Flygons. Here we go, let's send out Grimmsnarl. Don't know how much longer I'll be streaming for, to be fair. We've been going for just over an hour and a half so far. Maybe back later on playing some FIFA on live stream. Was it Magnitude something? There we go, play rough though. Bye bye Flygon, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna perhaps have a FIFA episode up at 6. And then live stream maybe at 7, because I'm more FIFA. 7 till 9 maybe, is what I'm thinking about. So be sure to come and hang out as we play some FIFA. Like I say, there'll be an episode up at maybe 6 o'clock, which will be interesting for you guys to watch. Or certainly, I thought it was interesting and fun when I was playing it a few days ago. So no, I don't want any of your business, Mr. Mime. I will happily take on this giant bear though. Let's go. I will happily go face to face with you with a chance of catching you, mate, because you just seem awesome. Let's go ahead and swap Colossal to the front of the party. Maybe is this the point where we get rid of the Dreadnought? I need to get rid of someone for that ice type. Here we go. A bear tick. It's not a bear tick, it's a bear tick, but well, it's BR tick, I guess, is what it's meant to be. Someone was saying that quick balls are overpowered in this game. But let's use a quick ball. Not overpowered. Not overpowered at all. Definitely not overpowered. Not compared to what would normally be happening. Let's use Heat Crash and hope that we can kill it. Using sheer cold. Is that? It's a one-hit KO, isn't it? Yeah. I knew it was. As soon as I saw that move, I knew exactly what it was. Well, we just need to some Ultra Balls, please. Can someone explain to me? Oh, sheer cold again. Why? Why is that a thing? I mean, I know why it's a thing. It's the same reason why I like guillotine and stuff are a thing. But I'm not gonna risk any more of my Pokemon to this fucking thing. Something over here. Yay, a PP up bottle. Yay. You tell how enthusiastic I am right now after that. I need unlimited Master Balls is what I need. You can tell I'm gonna have so much fun when I finally decide to actually like try and catch them all. Like, I'm so infused right now by the idea of having to go through all of that bullshit 200 times to try and catch all of the Pokemon in this game. Can you not tell by how happy I look? Oh my gosh, I have to go up another hill. Can we just make it to Winden already? That's literally where I want to be right now. Hiker Donald. Hello, Hiker Donald. How's it going? Sending out a Gigalith. Brilliant. I'll send out my Colossal. Gigalith Sandstream. Whipped up a Sandstorm. Bye bye to the hail. This is less than enjoyable, should we say. Send out Dreadnought, so I think that Gigalith is a ground or rock type, judging by the fact that it knows Sandstorm, or can kick up a Sandstorm, so that shouldn't do too much damage. I say that, it's taken out 50 of our HP. Liquidation should kill it. Not quite, not quite, not quite. But using Iron Defense, which is good because it's not going to attack me, so still get the first move, it's raising its defense. So I'm not too worried about, let's just use Jaw Lock on it. And we killed a Gigalith, so can't really complain about it. Dreadnought up to level 52 as well. Rhydon is a ground type. Leave Dreadnought in for now. Might not go as well as I hope, but let's use Liquidation. Ooh, Rhydon down. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Easy does it. Easy does it. 4,600. What Pokemon should we put first? You know what? Orbeetle. We haven't used you in a while. Let's use you. Let's use you. Let's just go for it. There are so many Pokemon traders up here. Oh my gosh. You just see some more up the top of the hill. What a battle. Yeah, it was a good battle. It was a good battle. Now we just have like a derpy looking Pokemon. Let's use Psychic. I feel like the Ice type move will kill us one hit. I feel like we're gonna die straight away. Not quite, but almost. Orbeetle, I don't want you to die. Such a struggle, man. I just want to make it to the final, like, final city. That's all I want to do. Gonna have to bounce. See you later, Crazy Pickles. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Don't have too much fun trying to enjoy Christmas in November with your little kids. But yeah, it's always fun to have you come and hang out. Thank you very much for coming and hanging out. Yeah. See you later, mate. Have a good day. Please kill it. Thank you. Thank you. Proving to be a struggle right now. Orbeetle up to level 52. I don't even know what level to expect in like the Champion Cup. What about Phalanx? Is a fighting type. Organite can come out. Alright. We love Christmas. We'll be back when I can. Have a good day. Yeah. See you later, mate. Good drill pair. Ooh-wee! Grimmsnarl up to level 52. Hammerlocke is another fighting type, and it's the bane of my bloody life. This Pokemon, I swear. I think it was maybe even in the last live stream, I tried to catch this Pokemon maybe about 8 times, and it never wanted to be caught. So it can go and die, so I don't really care. But so annoying. There we go, finally defeat Gentleman Glenn. How much more Pokemon trainers are up here? There's There's these guys over here. Feel like I need to drop some healing on some of the Pokemon. Orbital, Dreadnought, Colossal maybe needs to go up a bit of HP as well. Let's do that. Let's actually move Colossal and Dreadnought around. Maybe we need Rillaboom and Colossal, just so that Colossal can like back it up, I guess. There we go. It's been a while. Yeah, I mean, you're not the same people, right? I don't think you're the same people. Heliolisk and Klinklank. Oh, Heliolisk, I'm not sure what type you are, but I know that Klinklank is a steel type, so having Colossal in for this fight is always good. Use Drum Beating on Heliolisk. And then why not Incinerate so that we can affect both of you at the same time. Bye bye Heliolisk. Nice knowing ya. Ooh, Grimmsnarl and Dreadnought approaching at level 53 mark. Using Shift Gear, what does that even do? Opposites like speed or special attack or something? Speed and attack, cool. Not quite on the Klinklang. Both getting all Pokemon getting buffeted by that Hailstorm. The Noivern is what I start flying. So it's probably not going to be affected by that, but then again I don't think that's going to be effective. Let's use Razor Leaf and Incinerate on both of them. Using Zap Cannon. Cool. Okay, they're both dead. Oh, Klinklang. Klinklang is dead. Ooh, look at that, 3 level ups. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Corviknight up to level 53. Colossal up to level 53. Hurricane. Rillaboom avoided it. Incinerate. Let us. Colossal up to 200 HP I've just seen. Togedemaru. Stupid fucking Pokemon that is, isn't it? Let's switch you out to Orbital, why not? And then let's have you use Heat Crash on the Togedemaru. Oh man. Oh, Orbital, thank you, thank you. Bye bye to Togedemaru. Oh, I don't care about your Iron Barb or whatever. Steel, electric type, or whatever you're meant to be. Dreadnought, oh, not quite, not quite. Noivern buffeted by the hail, of course it is. Oh, I think the Noivern is the only Pokemon I have left though. So, let's actually try and smack that on it and see how that goes. Even Tailwind, interesting, but CPU Pokemon never do what they're supposed to do. And the Noivern is dead. There we go, easy as you like. There we go, Dreadnought up to level 53. It's all good, it's all good. Here's only half Pokemon trainers up here, or are we going to reach Winden? Oh, we're here. It looks like we're here. Look at this place. Let's go. Finally reached Winden. Winden, I don't know how you're going to say it, but we're here. Check it out, there's a statue of what looks to be a Corviknight. Windon, my hometown, basically. This is meant to be based on London, it's my hometown. Of course it is, look at that, man. It's got Big Ben, it's Piccadilly bloody Leicester Square, Piccadilly Circus, whatever you want to call it. Yep, definitely Big Ben in the background. That is definitely the London Eye. That looks like it's meant to be the Shard. It's definitely London. This is what, like the O2 Arena, I guess. Oh, look at that Corviknight. Woo! Alright, Windon City. This is the place where I become a legend at last. Get it, don't you, mate? After all, I'm about to become the new champion of the Gallo region. That's it, I'm headed straight for Windon Stadium. Don't waste too much time, Jack. You should head there yourself. Sure. Kind of don't want to head there, but I want to go to a Pokemon Center first, and I also want to do a bit of exploring here. Maybe train up my Pokemon a little bit. Off of stream, of course. But I know that they're all around like level 53 at the moment. I don't know what is a good level for them to be in. But, yeah. Finally in Windon, we'll drop a hill on the Pokemon. I feel like this is probably a good place to end the stream as well. Just because, yeah, we've finally made it to Windon. Let's just give a recap of the Pokemon that we have at the moment. Rillaboom, level 52, Coalossal, level 53, Orbeetle, level 52, Corviknight, level 53, Grimmsnarl, level 52, Dreadnought, level 53, and I promise I didn't rearrange it so that it was 52, 53, alternating like that, but that's just how it is. Like I say, I guess Windon Stadium, where we're going to be facing the Challenge Cup trophy, or the Challenge Tournament, whatever you want to do it, the Champions Tournament I guess it's called. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and save the game. And yeah, like I say guys, I feel like this is probably a good place to end the stream right now. So yeah, I might do a bit of training off of the stream, maybe to get my Pokemon up to a semi-decent level. I'm not too sure what level they're meant to be at, or what level they should be at this point in the game. But yeah, all around that sort of mid to low 50 region, which I think is okay for how we've been doing so far. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Like I say, there's going to be a FIFA episode out in an hour or so. And then we may be back later on at about 7 PM to stream some FIFA 20 Season 3, in fact, in FIFA 20. So stay tuned for that if you guys do want to catch me playing some more FIFA. But yeah, for now guys, I will see you later.